Welcome to Mavetivity. I'm Aves, and I'm on the journey of finding what truly sparks joy for me and what my next hobby outside of video production could possibly be. And today we are in my car because I'm going to try car detailing.
And be sure to stick around to the end of this video where I will be introducing my new ranking system for all these hobbies that I'm trying.
This is something I've gotten a little bit into just in owning a car and trying to keep it nice, but I really want to put some time and effort in with the ultimate goal to clean my girlfriend's car and really detail it and make it look really nice by the end of this video. We're in my car though because I want to practice and kind of learn the best things to use on different parts of the car. So I'm going to do kind of a rough clean on my car and then the full start to finish on my girlfriend's car is sort of the plan as of right now. So in addition to the tools I already have, I got a couple new things as well. We're just going to be trying a bunch of different stuff. I haven't really done any research on this other than watching some detailing videos over the years. And I guess the goal is just to make things look nice, right? I guess the first thing would probably be to clean up a little bit because I do have just random trash in my car. Most of it can be taken care of pretty easily though with stuff that I just already do, like what we're gonna do first, which is vacuum. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It needs it pretty bad. So in the middle of vacuuming, it started raining. I only vacuumed the driver's seat and a little bit of the center area, but I figured I should stop vacuuming for now and we will move on to working on the dash and stuff, just anything I can get without having to be outside of the car. So first off, this is kind of hard to set up. It's a little hard to get a good camera rig in the car, but I think this shot looks pretty good. So I'm gonna actually take some time to learn how to do this the proper way, especially like the vents and the center cup holder area. Like my cup holder area is proper gross. I got total interior cleaner and protectant. So I think we're gonna try this one first. Kind of saturate it. I want it to soak a bit. I got an 8-pack of detailing towels, which are just microfiber towels basically. And then the other main thing I got that's new is these sticky cleaning gels that are supposed to be really good for like the vents and stuff like that. But I do have these 3 cleaning brushes, which I actually need to clean the brushes themselves a little bit. Let's maybe grab the medium brush here and just start getting in there, I guess. Oh yeah, look at that. Wait, this spray so far I think is working considerably better than the other ones I've used. Now one thing I'm not exactly sure how to do is get the crud out of here once it's, not attached anymore. Oh, look at this. This is gonna be satisfying. Oh yeah, that was nice. We're looking pretty good. There's still a few things, there's actually, this is some cork from the cup holder coaster thing. And then we'll try the small brush. I wish I had a small brush. That might be a thing worth picking up because this one really, it is a little smaller, but I think a tiny little brush could be really useful. To be fair, the towel can also get pretty good in the nooks and crannies. I'll be the first to say it. This does not look perfect. It does look much better than it did. Dude, you know what else I could see being useful is one of those tiny little vacuums you see on TikTok shop. Just for detailing my own car, for detailing, family and friends' cars and stuff. It is enjoyable. It is satisfying. It's one of the most satisfying areas of cleaning, I think. This is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. And I don't know, I like it so far. It's enjoyable. And that looks much better. Let's move on to some other stuff. With the dashboard and stuff, I'm just gonna use the wipes. So the steering wheel does get pretty gross. I can try to show, right here, this stuff gets pretty gross. And this is one of the things that feels the best when it actually is cleaner. Look at that wipe. That is gross, man. I also don't know if there's a better sequence to do things in. So you see right there, it's pretty gross. Get that logo nice and shiny. I'm not super worried about spraying this because all of it needs to be cleaned anyway and all of it will get wiped down. So we're just going for it. I like using the towels with the spray. It seems to work pretty dang well. And what I might do is finish up today, also just freeballing, and then do a little research on the specific things that I feel could be cleaner. One of them definitely being the steering wheel. And stuff like this is the easiest to wipe off, I think. Oh, this looks on real. This looks so good now. Maybe even just hit the towel everywhere after. Maybe that's what this towel is more for. This is the first area that I definitely want to do some more research. This is the thing you touch the most too. This is the thing you want to feel nice, you want to feel clean. And this is probably the best job I've ever done, but it still definitely needs some work. The more I do, the more I realize how much there is to do, and I'm definitely nowhere near done. Even right now recording, I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, I haven't done anything on the door yet. But feeling really good about how the dashboard is looking. It looks so much nicer and cleaner. The Perndle looks really nice. The emergency brake has never looked as good. It looks much better. I'm really happy with how this is looking. So I want to try this sticky stuff to see how it does. The vents are pretty bad. I've never done anything like this. I always try to wipe them down, but it just takes forever. So hopefully this works pretty well. I always need one to hold the thing and the other one to like actually squeeze it in between there. I mean, it does look pretty clean. I feel like it's leaving shit behind though, like residue. Like I feel like this is easier and maybe even better. The idea is to just like kind of shove it in there, I guess, right? Well, that's a little disappointing to say the least. This was a good first experiment, first taste at what this process is actually going to be and just how much I've bitten off, because it is quite the process. But yeah, we'll come back. We'll do some more on my car, probably one more time, and then we'll tackle the actual goal of cleaning Nicole's car and doing a full detail on that car. I'm pretty excited. This has been a lot of fun. It's also been a big challenge filming wise. I know I've showed my camera rigs a little bit, but it's a lot of work moving a camera rig around in a car to get these little detail shots and stuff. I'm planning to do a lot more of that when I actually do Nicole's car. So it's probably going to be like an all-day thing. It has been so hot like every day that it's been, I think, almost 2 weeks since I filmed the first part of this video, but I have been able to do a bunch of research during that time, and I have some new items as well as some new techniques. And I'm realizing that if you know pretty much anything about detailing, you were probably screaming at your screen during the first part of this video because I was doing a lot of things wrong. First off, I got this waterless wash and wax. Typically this is for like exterior stuff. The main use I've seen this being used as far as interior detailing is like the door trim, the part that is painted metal. And then I also have a leather specific detailer product. So this is gonna hopefully help a lot with the steering wheel in her car. And then probably the most important thing is this natural shine protectant. The natural shine is going to be way better than like the high gloss for things like the dashboard, and personally I'm just going to use this everywhere. I know other people do high gloss in areas where the sun doesn't shine as much, and this is going to be the protectant that once everything is nice and clean, it now will protect it not only from UV, but it also supposedly makes it easier to clean in the future. So those are the only new things I got. But I do have some new techniques. Firstly, with these brushes, because I've been using these not necessarily incorrectly, but not to their best abilities. So the main sin that I've made in filming this video and in the little bit of detailing I've done before shooting this video is spraying the cleaner on the thing that I'm gonna be cleaning. In hindsight, it makes total sense not to do that, because then it just sprays it everywhere and you don't want every product everywhere. So the strategy I saw was to just literally spray inside the brush whatever product you're going to use, and then designate individual brushes for different uses. Today I'm going to use all these new strategies, the couple new products I have, and see if I can't kind of finish the practice round, so to speak, get my car looking pretty decent. Also in my research, I discovered that detailing does not just mean interior. I really genuinely thought it was, but I'm not going to be doing like a crazy job on the exterior, because I feel like the interior is a lot more fun to me, and it is a lot more tedious, but I think it's a lot more satisfying, and it's a lot more like where you actually always see when it's not clean. All right, so the first thing we're gonna be working on here is the steering wheel once again with our new strategies. First, we're going to saturate this boy with a bunch of cleaner. Actually, I do think that worked better putting it on the brush. It actually feels really good now. So I think we're gonna now just do the protectant. So once again, I'm using the natural shine, and one thing I forgot to mention is that this is also really good for like the steering wheel, because it's going to be a lot less slippery. At least that's the hope. We're going to try it on mine and see. From what I've researched, the high gloss is going to make your steering wheel really slick, and this is going to make it less slippery. So we're going to try this on the steering wheel. It does feel maybe slightly more slick than before I put the protectant on, but I think it feels pretty good, and the protectant is really important, especially for the steering wheel where it's in the sun like all the time. I'm pretty happy with that. It feels the cleanest it has probably ever felt. And now we'll move on to the next area that I need to practice. And that is actually on the exterior, technically, of the car. We're gonna be working on this door jamb here, both the plastic part and the metal part, because I've never cleaned this before. First, we'll work on the plastic part. We're gonna be using our regular interior detailer here with our brush. And once again, we spray into the brush. You can go all the way up too. I'm gonna get a microfiber going as well, just because there is some like actual debris floating around on here now. Give that a nice wipe down. Holy moly, that's looking good. So we will hit this with the protectant. Now let's work on this part, which is something that I've genuinely never done. And for that, we're gonna bust out the waterless wash and wax. Okay, that is looking really solid. But something like this little black spot or this little scuff is where that clay bar can really come in and help you out. But I mean, for the purposes of this practice run, I am pretty happy with the before and after on that. That looks much better. Everything's feeling really good. The steering wheel is still really looking good. And I'm really happy with how that waterless wash and wax, really happy with how those products are looking and working. And for the most part, although there's a lot that I didn't work on in my car to practice, like the doors and other panels throughout the car and stuff, it's all pretty much the same process. So I feel pretty confident now that with my tool set now and the knowledge I have, maybe I'll do a little bit more research, see if there's any other strategies I can really, take advantage of. But I think I'm pretty much ready to work on Nicole's car. So over the next few days, I'm going to be working on that. I'm feeling really good. I'm confident that I can make a good interior detail job out of this, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours of practice so far, plus, a few hours here and there. But before, I was mostly using the wipes, and I've messed with the brushes a little bit, but now I have a way better strategy for the brushes. It seems like they work so much better if they have the cleaner and protectant and stuff in them instead of on whatever surface you're cleaning. So feeling really good about that. Feeling really good about the research and the products that I have now. I don't think I need anything new. So I think without further ado, the following footage will be me working on Nicole's car to do a full interior detail, which is going to be so much more work than I've put into this car. So as you just saw, over the last couple weeks, I've been practicing detailing by trying new methods and getting some new products and doing some research, and then practicing all of that stuff in my car, just in case I screwed anything up. And now we're finally to the actual goal of this video, which is doing a full interior detail on my girlfriend Nicole's car. There are some different unique challenges with this. There's a lot of leather. She has a heads-up display. There's a few different things here, but overall, I think all of the techniques I've learned are gonna really apply here, and I'm so excited. So without further ado, let's get into the detail.
So that is my experience with interior detailing. It was a really enjoyable time and I learned a ton while filming this video. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, this is something that I have done before a little bit, but mostly just kind of wiping things down to make them feel cleaner, not going into nearly the depth that I did in this video. Okay, now that I've done a few of these, I think it's kind of hard to like sort where they fall in what I would do again versus what I might not do again. And so starting with this video, moving on, I'll be rating every hobby on 3 different criteria: repeatability, enjoyment, and how it fits into my life. How realistic is it that I can keep doing this? And let's start with that third one for detailing. How does it fit in my life? How realistic is it that I can, fit this into my schedule and everything? And I will say it is pretty time consuming, but it kind of feels like a chore and it kind of feels like something that is necessary. So I feel like it does fit in pretty well. So detailing gets a 4 out of 5 in that category. Moving on to enjoyment, this is super enjoyable for me. I mentioned earlier in the video that this is like the most satisfying type of cleaning in my opinion. It's like all focused on the nitty-gritty details, and it's not like incredibly necessary to do, so I feel like that adds enjoyment as well. It can be really tedious, but I think overall just jamming out to some music, and as long as it's not too hot outside, it can be a really enjoyable time. So for that, I'm actually going to give enjoyment a 4 as well. And now we get to the slight pain point of detailing for me moving forward as a hobby: repeatability. I don't think it's super realistic to do this like all the time. If you detail your car like once a week, it won't be nearly as satisfying or probably enjoyable because you don't really get a before and after. You're just kind of maintaining. And while that can be really good, I feel like it takes away a lot of the enjoyment and like hobby aspect of it for me. So because of that, you really only can do this hobby every so often, unless you kind of turn it into a business or really start taking the hobby to like the slight next level where you're detailing like friends' cars and families' cars to where you have more cars to detail more often. And while that is something I can see doing, it's not something that I can see doing like all the time. So for repeatability, I'm going to actually give it a 2 out of 5. Overall, detailing is a lot of fun and something that I'm really glad that I finally got more into, and something that I look forward to continuing to do on our vehicles and maybe some family and friends vehicles here and there. But I don't think it's like the hobby for me at the same time. This being the 3rd installment in this series, I'm going to rank DJing at number 1, bowling at number 3, and this detailing at number 2 currently. And obviously this list will get bigger and kind of fill out placement wise as we go on, as things are more or less enjoyable, but that's the rankings as it stands now. And I will say that I actually have not done interior detailing on our cars since I filmed this video, and it has been quite a while since I filmed this video, but in working on the edit of this video and stuff, it did make me a little bit more excited to go out and do it again. I'm also still positive there's things I did wrong in this video, even after doing research partway through. So if you have any constructive criticism or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. And while you're down there, if you made it this far in the video, you might want to subscribe. This is what I do here. I try new things from either square one, or I may have tried it in the past and set it down and I want to try again and get more into it, all in the hopes that I'm finding what it is I actually like doing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.